Baby.
You guys can't be ugly, so suck my ass.
Craig's gonna come after everybody, dude.
True.
Fuck Craig. I've been hearing him too much.
Damn.
I mean, Spatchy has been going ham with these.
Because we know we're about to lose Wow a Donkey for the next
No, we're not.
solstice,
We're
essentially.
literally fine. I'm not
Yeah,
fucking rating.
I decided after 2 weeks, I'm going back to mythic rating, guys. Nom, nom, nom.
Nom, 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 nom. No, I had some good topics, so I figured knock them out. I got some time to edit.
Suffering.
So I just need to beat Ash Ghost so I can do one with you. And I need either Kiwi or Jordan to hurry up and beat Lords of Fallen so talk with Cypher. Yeah, be good.
I did Lies of P with Cypher. I'm not coming back.
Troll.
Gone forever.
You want to do an Age of Empires review?
Shut the fuck up, never. I'll trash that game for 30 minutes. I'll actually write stuff down. I will trash that game nonstop and tell you how much Age of Empires 3 is better than Age of Empires 2.
Because you get to use stupid ass cards.
Hey, that deck's built different.
Well, Kingdom Hearts deck isn't, so
That's just player problem.
I mean, you weren't wrong. Literally took me. Oh, anyways, Craig, thank you again for joining us on another wonderful episode of the Believe We Don't podcast, where we talk about literally nothing. Maybe one day we'll talk about something like important, like world peace, maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Trope.
The two factions are trying to murder each other. And
two factions, okay, yeah,
they're literally two factions.
Alliance and the Horde.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not going to describe who the Alliance is and who the Horde is, but we're going to move on. Today we're going to do...
No, I actually want to know. I'm just going to keep interrupting you now.
No.
We're going to do...
Please edit that bit out.
No, we don't need to edit because nothing was talked about specifically.
So stupid, man.
We're going to talk about BlizzCon 2023. If you don't know what that is, it's a stupid-ass convention that Blizzard... I guess it's straight Blizzard. It's not Activision, but they're owned by Activision.
Now it's Microsoft.
Blizzard. It's Microvision Blizzard.
Well, the cool thing about it is that they bought all the entities separately. So they literally demerged Blizzard and Activision.
Oh, that's cool.
Why would you want to be attached to Activision?
Exactly. So that's the cool part. I think that's why at BlizzCon you could sense the energy was a lot better because they don't have Activision as their fucking parent anymore.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't need to see Phil's stupid ass.
I'd rather see Phil than Turd Ferguson.
Maybe so, but at least I was waiting for freaking Todd Howard to come out and be like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna go talk about fucking Skyrim here." I'm fucking sick of him.
We're putting Skyrim on the BattleNet launcher. Let's go.
Dude, I just actually saw something really funny. If Bethesda made Spider-Man, it would just be God dang it, loading screens. And just playing epic music.
You would literally drag your body through buildings or buildings will blow up randomly. What the fuck just happened?
When Spider-Man was flying or whatever, he was going glitching and stuff. And then when they go to a different area, it was just a loading screen for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, it would be worse than the GTA mod.
Have some good loading screen music though. But yeah. This was the first BlizzCon in how many years?
4.
4.
Well, in person BlizzCon.
Yes, in person. So, a lot of people were obviously hyped for it just because they came back, and the whole thing with Chris Metzen. If you don't know him, he just was an icon and
the GOAT.
So, I know that was a good feeling. I'm sure for a lot of people to see him. I didn't know about the whole entity thing with Microsoft, so I'm sure that was awesome. And hopefully going forward, they can Microsoft gives them more freedom than Activision did. I'm sure they will.
I think that will.
But yeah, it's a pretty cool convention where all the Blizzard people, fanboys, fangirls, cosplayers meet up in it's Anaheim, right?
Yeah.
California.
Yep.
And they talk about all their Blizzard games. So we're just gonna kind of do like a recap and our thoughts about it. Obviously, because we've played WoW for many years and other Blizzard games, so I didn't get to watch a lot of it, but I did.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, I watched the recaps like IGN had of everything that was really announced and whatnot. So I didn't do any of the deep dives. So y'all have to talk more about
the discussion. Will be primarily about World of Warcraft and and
it was WoWCon
and a bit of Diablo.
So yeah, it was WoWCon.
Yeah, that's fine though. I mean, to me.
I mean, it would have been nice if they said something about StarCraft, but
that's never. It's a dead franchise, and it sucks so much.
StarCraft is dead. It's all right. It is what it is.
When was the last StarCraft released?
StarCraft 2 was a long time ago.
Wait, no, it was which mod was it? Legacy of the Void? Is that the last one? When did Legacy of the Void come out?
Came out in 2015.
Wow. But when did StarCraft 2, the game, come out?
Fucking literally forever ago.
That was such an awesome... Like, honestly, between that and Age of Empires, it was hard to figure out which one was my favorite. But then, obviously, Age of Empires continued, and they didn't. It felt longer than that, honestly. So, I got a list... Let's just go ahead and get the non-important stuff that I'm sure most of us don't care about. Overwatch 2, there's a new hero. I don't know how... Maga?
It's fucking Maui from
Moana.
It's
Maui.
Yeah, it's Moana.
That's who it is. It's just the himbo version of that guy.
So...
I mean, he looked kind of fun, I won't lie, but I don't fucking play Overwatch anymore, so...
Wait. Yeah. Isn't that guy The Rock? Isn't he voiced by The Rock?
I don't think
not the guy from Overwatch.
No, the movie.
Yes.
Bro, we got the fucking Rock in Overwatch.
Hey, I'm sure that'd draw people in.
He'd probably demand to be his own fucking champion or some dumb shit.
Oh yeah, he would write this entire script and everything like this. He would get paid. Let's just say that. And then a Hearthstone expansion. Showdown in the Badlands.
Yep.
You guys remember when that Hearthstone came out and you guys started playing it? I think it was during Kata, right? When it first came out?
Yeah. No. Yes? No. It was Mop.
Mop?
Okay. I played Hearthstone for the fucking World of Warcraft mount and I logged off.
Yeah. Well, I remember.
Then I put another one in, and I did that and logged off again. So
Jordan was playing it pretty heavily, and then I logged on just one time and got Rag as one of the legendary cards or something like that as one of my first packs and shit. And I'm pretty sure you were upset at me.
Yeah, I was pissed because it was so fucking hard to get cards, and I kept getting my fucking asshole pushed in because I got no good cards. The only fucking way to win back then was play fucking rush decks, and rush decks are fucking boring. So, but I don't play that shit anymore, man. Card games are too fucking hard for me, man. I'll stick to my fucking boomer MMOs and boomer ARPGs. I'm good. Keep it comfy for me.
Trope.
Fucking brain can't handle anything else.
Speaking of that, Kingdom Hearts, the one I'm playing right now, has a one of those memory things where it was a little event with Tigger jumping from platform to platform, and it was in each platform had a marking of the PlayStation controller, square, triangle, and stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, he got to like round 6. I was like, I can't remember where you went, left, right, up, down, whatever. Luckily, I only had to get 30 points, and I beat it. And I was just like, okay, stop jumping. And then there was a Diablo tabletop RPG announced.
I mean, that might be cool.
Right.
Blizzard universes would be fun to do tabletop stuff in. So
True. And then obviously Kiwi's already announced or said it, but Phil Spencer showed up.
gaming.
Gaming.
Yeah, no one gives a shit about you, Phil. Like, get out of here. You're not important.
What's wrong with Phil, man? He's fine.
He's better than like Todd Howard or
No, he
Bobby
is. But
Kotick.
he's still okay. Well, Bobby Kotick came on there. People would probably start throwing stuff.
You imagine that motherfucker walked out on stage? Oh god, it'd be
Like,
fucking.
I don't know.
pandemonium,
I think a
dude.
riot would go up there and they start beating his ass. 'Cause no one likes that piece of shit goblin.
It'd be pandemonium up there, dude. No, I'd actually pay money.
Gallywix has appeared.
No, Gallywix is better than him, Bobby Kotick, sadly. Gallywix is just a fat blob.
Yeah.
Sucks shit.
But as far as Phil showing up, in the future, I hope he truly brings all the Activision and Blizzard games to Game Pass and stuff. Just because.
Well, it'll either be bringing their games to Game Pass or like offering like a promotional thing like through Game Pass. Like if you have Game Pass, you might actually get like a World of Warcraft subscription alongside it. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yeah, I guess like leave Blizzard launcher and stuff alone, but if you have a Game Pass, it ties in and stuff. Yeah.
Like if you get Game Pass, like you get like a bunch of Overwatch skins or a bunch of Hearthstone packs, etc., like shit like that is the type of thing I would expect. Like when it comes to like mixing Game Pass and Blizzard games.
Yeah, I could see Blizzard, cooperating with that more than Activision with Call of Duty could, just because. Well, I don't know if they fully dive into, which obviously they've been this way for almost a decade, not maybe close to a decade, about microtransactions and skins and shit. Then I feel like they would be fine with being on Game Pass because that's where they're going to make most of their money is microtransactions. Because clearly, making a 3.5-hour campaign for a Call of Duty is just not worth $70. I'll say that.
Nah, man, you buy it for everything else. Oh, wait.
I don't know. And then, how would y'all feel about WoW coming to console? Like, I know it's been up in the air for the past, 4 or 5 years, but
Keeps them the fuck away from me.
Is it not time for it to happen?
It keeps them away from me. You don't have enough keybinds for that shit. Go away.
I just don't think it would work.
But Final Fantasy does, right? Or have you played with?
It works in Final Fantasy. I can't fucking do it. I tried to play with controller in Final Fantasy for fun, and I tried to move my character and popped like 6 different abilities. So, like,
yeah, but their cooldowns work differently than a WoW thing.
I mean, Final Fantasy plays like very differently to World of Warcraft. I think World of Warcraft plays a little too fast. There's too many GCDs and OGCDs to be slapping your fucking controller around. I just don't think it would work personally. On top of having to do like movement too, I just think like you'd have a bad time.
Yeah, trust me, Microsoft owns them now. It's coming. They're not gonna pass that up.
And we already know how toxic the WoW community can be with gear score and stuff like that. So I'm sure that'll be one of the questions. Do you play on console? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, you're not getting Rainy Guild.
Gonna put crossplay into there too. Fucking half this fucking looking for raid is goddamn console players. Abort.
Oh my god, could you imagine an LFR with console players?
Yeah, no thanks.
They're not as bad as you think. It's actually
I'm sure there's great people out there on controllers, obviously, but it's just like playing an MMO. I just don't know how that adapts to. I don't know.
like I said, it works on Final Fantasy. I do not see it working in World of Warcraft. My guess is if they do put it out on console, they would probably have to tell people that you have to connect a fucking mouse and keyboard to your shit.
Not special Microsoft controller coming out just for World of Warcraft.
I mean, it could be some dumb shit like that, y'all.
I wonder if they would put it on PlayStation or just Xboxes.
They'd probably just put it on Xbox. I doubt they go to PlayStation. Solely because Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy's on everything, right? Or just
It will be on Xbox soon. So
nice.
I believe they're starting their beta for it in spring of next year. Because they're trying to have it ready before next expansion launches.
Nice. And then can really skip over this one, but Warcraft Rumble.
You know what? I've heard it's good. I've actually heard it's a good game.
I saw freaking Max hype it up, so I don't know if he's getting paid by them or he actually enjoyed it.
What was that Clash of Clans game?
Clash of Clans.
No, not the actual Clash of Clans. It's there was another Clash of Clans that sort of came out that was. It wasn't base attacking. It was like it's literally Warcraft Rumble. I can't think of the damn name.
I'm sure there's plenty of like Clash of Clans copies.
See.
Y'all gonna play this? You got a phone?
I mean, I might try it, but just not right now.
It's Clash Royale. That's literally what this game is.
Is it Clash Royale like a knockoff of Clash of Clans? No, I mean not knockoff, but you know.
I mean, it's something like that. But like, it's literally you protect your tower, you protect your area, and that's how that game plays.
Yeah,
I downloaded it. It's ass. I uninstalled it. That's coming from me, me who actually plays phone games. It's just it's a PvP type bullshit thing. It's not fun.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay, so the three not important things, but bigger things. The Diablo 4 expansion. How y'all feeling about that?
They didn't really show anything on it, so I don't know.
In their Q&A thing, they literally showed the same trailer that they showed for. So it's like, you taught us nothing.
Yeah, they basically said, I think Turd Ferguson said that he didn't want he didn't want to hype it, which like I don't blame him in this case, because I don't know if you should hype it unless you have something extremely concrete to show, which who knows if they do or not.
You know, but wouldn't this be pretty fast for an expansion? Because when did
Yes, it would be very fast.
It's stupid fast.
Considering what was the for D3? How long did that expansion?
4 years.
Fucking forever, and I'm pretty sure it got churned out because they needed something to fucking breathe life back into that game because that shit was dead.
Why would they be coming out with?
Was 2014?
It's only 2 years.
Yeah, it's 2 years. So
that's. I mean, I think it's too early for one because the game will.
It's either too early for one, or they're going to have to redefine what they consider an expansion to set people's expectations properly.
I mean, they bled money on this game. That's why they're doing this.
Yeah, if it's like $70 somehow, yeah, they can suck a fat one. I'm just saying.
If it has to be 40 or less, if it's anything more, they are the scummiest fucks on the planet.
My problem is it's going to be 60 because they're going to have early access slapped into it.
I'm so tired of this early access shit.
It's going to happen.
It needs to stop.
It won't because people keep buying it. And people are like, "Oh, well, you don't get to do anything. Oh, you don't. You the servers aren't fucked." It's like, dude, they're just paying more money to play 20 or you're paying more money to play 3 days early. Like, it has nothing to do with what the servers are still going to be fucked. Like, it's not going to solve anything.
I don't really get upset at it anymore. It's here to stay. It is what it is.
It's just fucking pitiful. Is all it is.
But I thought they were building Diablo 4 for seasons. Why would they do an expansion that early?
I think they're going to launch a season and the expansion together. I think that's what they're going to try to promote it with. I think they're just going to mix them together so you get like a whole bunch of fucking content at once. You'll just be paying for half of it. I guess maybe I could be completely wrong, because based on what it sounded like in the Q&A, from what the new guy they had on the panel, it sounded like he said that it because I think the question was something about how is it going to launch with the season, and from the way he worded it, it sounded like yes. So I mean, that could change, right? That they might change their mind on that, or decide, oh shit, maybe we need to push this back, or like blah blah blah. Who knows?
No.
But I don't know. Well, for now, I mean, I'm skeptical of it. I'm way more curious about what they're going to be doing for seasons and the very near future of the game, because that expansion isn't launching until late 2024 anyway. So I don't really care about it right now, especially with all the severe lack of information on it.
True. And then we'll save the WoW stuff for last. Kata Classic got announced.
Don't know why the fuck they're doing that shit. Seems like a fucking waste of time.
I guess they're gonna continue to ignore fans again, even though Classic came from fans, and that's the only reason it started, because fans wanted it, and now they said to stop. Like, why would you do Kata? Are they just gonna do a classic of every single freaking expansion?
No, they'll stop eventually. This can't go on
but it
forever.
Makes zero sense. Like,
I think they'll do up to Legion.
No, I don't think.
Why? That is so.
I think
relevant.
No, I think they'll stop after this one. So
no way in hell they're making it through WAD. Like,
no, what they're gonna do is put things together. So like Cataclysm's coming out, and they're probably gonna do Mop by itself, and they'll do WAD into Legion. So it's gonna be like a sped up process. Like, that's what they're gonna do probably.
They will not do WAD with how piss WAD actually was.
WAD was the problem with WAD. It was a lack of content because they gave up. Other than that, the expansion was pretty good. The rating was great. The dungeons were fun. Except Ubers. Ubers suck shit, but whatever. Challenge mode's also good, but not as good as Mop. Ashran initially wasn't bad.
I don't want to go in. I don't need to hear all this. I don't need to go into this. Holy fuck. I doubt it's going to go on much longer though. And if it does, then they're just going for money grabs to me. Because like classic WoW made sense because a lot of people didn't see Nax. BC, I guess. I guess that's sort of like when it kicked off more. And then Wrath's iconic, and I guess you could say Cataclysm's iconic because of Deathwing. I don't fucking know. Anything after that's just like, what?
If you are gonna remake this shit, then why not fix the things and do the whole Classic Plus thing that people were talking about and changing?
because it is the easiest way that they can just rehash their content and make tons of money from it.
But
And
yeah,
pretend people are getting new things when in
I
reality it's
understand not. I mean, I would like classic, like original vanilla, and if they did a classic plus version of that where they added content, it still would be, the game would be ridiculously easy. Even BC, even Wrath. But I understand if you truly wanted to start, you could start with Kata, because you could fix freaking Dragon Soul. You could fix Deathwing's fight and shit. And then continue into Mop. Like, Mop's rating was okay. There wasn't. I'll just take out freaking farming and shit. You'd be fine. It would be.
No, I want my tillers back.
It would be an amazing expansion if you took out the dailies and stuff. But then, like Donkey said with WoD, I think it was one of the most perfect expansions for a casual person, but still wanted to experience raiding. Because you did your shit, you logged off. But if they added something else to it, it could end up being one of the better expansions. But it's still looked at as one of the worst ones because of the lack of content.
Well, that's the thing, is they'll never add stuff to it. They wouldn't fix classes and anything else until it was irrelevant. And that's the thing, is they don't give a shit. Like, anyone who's on that team, they don't give a shit about the players. They don't give a shit about anything. Because they'll add stuff by whoever the hell the majority is, and I don't know the fuck it is. It's no different from how they have Classic, or they had Wrath Classic. They didn't put the fucking LFG in for some godforsaken reason until ICC. Like, who the hell asked for that? You have a giant quality of life where half those people don't even talk and half of them can't talk English. So why the fuck does it matter? You're not going to talk to the people. It's. I mean, is retail, if you like pug a dungeon, like, do people actually talk to each other constantly, or is it just quiet nonsense now? Like how it's always been.
On the group. Some
Okay,
are
well,
super
you're
toxic. Some are super silent.
Okay. I don't know.
No. Alright. Hey, if I went back for a classic, Kata might be the one, just because of how much fun I had with Hunter. So I could do Mop 2, just because the challenge modes and the raids were fun, and my class, that was the last one before
Imperator says hello. Oh no,
Suck
it's
my-
WoD. Never mind.
yeah, suck my ass.
Yeah.
I was about to say that's before my original class turned to shit. Although I will admit, in the first raid in WoD, when I became a turret, it was still fun as shit because I was pumping numbers. So it was not fun to not move, but it was still fun to do massive damage.
Yo, Hunter, do mechanics. I can't move. My feet are glued to the floor. We
Basically,
need you to do mechanics. No, I have to do 0 DPS if I move. All right, well,
yep. So, the whole account-wide mounts and pets and transmog, I think, is way overdue. Is that coming to retail or just Kata?
it's both.
Yeah, we're getting
Wow.
account-wide achievements.
Well, in Classic, it's apparently account-wide mounts and pets and transmogs.
We already have that.
Oh, you do?
It's been a thing for a long time.
Are you sure? Well,
Yes.
well, I know the mounts, but mainly
Mounts,
the
pets,
transmog.
Transmog, yes.
For any class, though?
No, I don't think it's any. No, the any class thing has to do with retail. The
They're changing how that
transmog-
works.
warband bullshit. But anyways, it's the class, or the Cataclysm Classic ones. Just they're putting T-Mog in early because T-Mog wasn't added. I don't think right away.
Mop. It was
No.
added in Mop.
Yeah.
No, it was added in Dragon Soul.
The end of Kata, right?
It was added during Dragon Soul.
When they added the stupid erythro bitches in those towns.
Yeah.
Trope. Oh, well. And then there's some kind of new dungeon difficulty. It's going to be harder, or is there going to be a scaling factor, or
Yo,
like a multiplier?
OG Kata Dungeons pre-nerf,
Oh shit.
please.
Yeah. Or do you get to like select a hard mode or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be interesting. Last thing about the classic, if they put effort into any expansion and made changes, classes, raids, content, and everything like that, which one would y'all could thrive the best, or you would just prefer?
Wait, say that again?
So, like, if they did an actual classic plus of any expansion, and they actually ended up changing classes, adding content and stuff.
Oh, I don't want them doing that.
But like an actual fantasy of one of the expansions changed.
The fact I didn't hear Vengeance Boy say he wants vengeance back, and that's where he wants to go back to and make tanks actually matter, it baffles me.
Yeah, vengeance would be cool, but no, I don't want to go back. If you put that into retail, I'm game, because retail is my game. I don't want to go back to a different expansion where I'm not on my characters.
That's fair.
Yeah, give me 6 buff back. Give me 6.
Yeah, I knew. I when I was talking before.
I fucking hate Legion, but give me it back.
Yeah, I'm taking Kata or Mop because of Hunter.
I wouldn't take anything. Shit's in the past. It is what it is.
True.
It's just not for me. If I'm gonna play WoW, I'm gonna play retail. I would potentially, and this is only if Rack plays, Donkey plays, Kiwi plays, and you play Spatchy. That is the only reason I would consider doing Mop Classic for challenge modes only and nothing else. I wouldn't give two fucking shits about anything else at all. So, because you wouldn't even have to raid to do challenge modes, because most of the fucking best in slot gear early on was some of the dungeon trinkets anyway. So,
true.
But even then, and that in of itself, because the biggest factor in that is Rack. I mean, he says he wants to play games again, but regardless, he won't be able to play until he's done with his fucking schoolwork stuff anyway. So,
Yeah.
and even then, that would be it'd be a tall order. So,
yeah.
I'm glad people are happy with Classic, and if there's people who are happy with Kata Classic, more power to them. This shit ain't for me. So, I don't see how they're happy personally, but look, it's not for me, so I don't care.
Living through nostalgia.
No.
You guys are gonna be upset if I go play?
No, do what you want.
True.
I'll shit on you every day.
Yeah, you already do that.
What?
Just kidding. Then the last part, y'all. Like I said, you'll have to talk more about it. But the whole announcing of the next 3 WoW expansions, and it's going to be a saga, and it's going to conclude 2030. That's literally 7 years away. So I asked the first question of how are we feeling about an actual saga that they want to tie 3 expansions and not just moving on to the next one?
I mean, they're basically pulling a Final Fantasy, which is they're trying to just link the stories up for these expansions and then have it conclude at the final one, which is fine. That's a good thing to copy. So, I mean, WoW's story for me personally has not been good since ICC. So it pretty much ended as soon as the Lich King died for me. I have not really paid much attention to World of Warcraft's story.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean I can't again. So I'll keep an eye on it and see. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, but as for announcing the 3 expansions, it's strange and a bit ballsy. I'll admit it's kind of a shakeup for World of Warcraft. My theory on it is I feel like what they're going to try to do is tie up a lot of loose ends in World of Warcraft, and
I'm gonna try to fix everything Steve fucked up.
I think they're going to try to do that, and then at the end, when we hit 2030, they're just going to drop a new MMO. I think they're going to do something to
like a new MMO or WoW 2.0,
something akin to what Final Fantasy did, where they took down the old servers, or not took down the old servers, but took down the game and wiped the slate clean, essentially, and then brought it back with new bells and whistles, basically. But to a much larger extent now, because the technology is obviously much greater now than it was during that time. So,
yeah,
that's my theory. It could be wrong. Who knows? Yeah.
So before don't get Kiwi, so the three names I'm going to assume, are they at all tentative names, or they're they're set in stone?
As far as I know, they're locked in.
Okay, so the first one is coming next. Is it? Did they say next year already?
Next year. Yep. Next year in the fall.
Yeah.
Right.
Fall. Yep.
Yeah.
So they're going to try to launch Diablo 4 expansion and a WoW expansion.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So, but that one's called The War Within. The second one is Midnight, and the last one is The Last Titan.
They gotta change the fucking Midnight one.
They gotta change the second one. Midnight's horrible.
Midnight is stupid. The other two are fine. I actually, personally, I like The Last Titan a lot. I think that's cool. I mean, I already know The Last Titan is Azeroth. I'm not stupid.
I mean, Azeroth might not even be a Titan.
Azeroth is most certainly a Titan.
Which one out of those three y'all think sounds the coolest of the little bit?
Last Titan. I like The War Within a lot, but The Last Titan is cool.
You don't want to go. Well, Midnight's supposed to be in Kel'Thuzad or whatever, right? And then invading Sunwell.
No, I like what Midnight is about. Just
the name
title,
is stupid.
The title is stupid.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the name. I'm just talking about what they intend to do with it.
Oh no! The concept.
You go off names.
No,
the
obviously Midnight's stupid.
The concept for all three expansions is awesome. I'm very, very curious about where it's going to go. So,
yeah. Okay, how are you feeling about this whole saga thing?
I mean, it's definitely weird.
But is it?
Like I said, I don't like Midnight.
Yeah.
But it's cool to know that like they're gonna go back to like older zones and rehash them and revamp them. Like,
I agree.
Kel'Thuzad, we're gonna get that. So we're gonna fucking flying in the Blood Elf area finally. Jesus Christ. Then we're going back to Northrend, which is neat, but it's like Jordan said, they're tying up loose ends. Like I like the Anduin PTSD, like the Shadowlands broke him because Shadowlands broke everyone. Let's be real. Like Jesus, we are Anduin at this point. Jesus fuck, man. Oh god, that expansion was the worst thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. Yeah, like that trailer was amazing. I don't think it was an expansion release trailer. Personally, like it didn't have that oomph like the BFA one, like with the Banshee scream with Sylvanas. It still gives me fucking chills. Or Arthas as Lich King for Wrath. No one gives a fuck about Illidan. The vanilla one was good.
Whoa! Hold on. Pump. No.
The Garrosh one with Mataroth throwing the ball into there was sick.
Stop. No.
The Legion one was dope.
Offsides, traveling flag on the plate. Stop. No.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, it's just weird. To know all of
that. You don't get to say, dude. You don't get to say no one cares about Illidan. When that trailer, Spatchy, you remember that trailer for BC. When that
and then Arthur shit all over it. You know that. You know that true.
God.
You know that's true.
Top Arthas, obviously, but you can't sit here and say Illidan. You were not prepared. Like, holy shit.
But yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I hope that Chris Metzen can fix the story of what Steve Fuckface did with Challenge and all that. That'd be cool. Because Jether could have been a cool villain if they didn't do anything that they did. So
So if they would have just
They
changed
turned him into
literally
a
one
40-dimensional fucking chess master with Sylvanas being his queen, and it's like you ruined Sylvanas for no fucking reason to
They just tried
create
to
the jailer.
insert him into way too much,
And it's like he could have just been this big bad guy that learned of our presence, that we're fucking defeating Olyads and shit. It's like, I want to abuse their power now and free myself and then consume the world. And that's it. Instead, they have this 4-dimensional chess master, and all of a sudden it's like, I was just trying to save you from the bad that was coming later. I was trying to unite the worlds. It's like, the fuck? Like, they literally tried to redeem him at the end. It was like, you wasted the villain. That's why I like a Ridicron. The Ridicron is just, he's there, he looks menacing, he's just chilling, and then he fucks off. And now you have to deal with his abomination of brother, Fyrak. That's neat.
Yeah, Dragonflight feels a lot more just isolated, which is what WoW
It's
was
'cause
in
Steve didn't
desperate
write
need
this
of.
shit. They put Steve to side quests. You got fucking demoted. You did 2 expansions, and you fucking ruined both of them.
Part of me wonders if they're going to somehow retcon majority of BFA and Shadowlands besides Anduin's trauma.
They ruined
Somehow?
They literally ruined Sylvanas. They didn't ruin Tyrande, I guess. Like, that whole thing could have been cool if it wasn't Sylvanas being that bad person, and if it was actually Gen in the background blaming Sylvanas because he hates Sylvanas, and like that would be like this turmoil in the alliance instead, and be like, oh shit, Gen has been betraying you without you knowing it, and he's the one that burnt down the tree to blame Sylvanas. I don't know, but crazy shit. Anyways, back to the new expansions. I have hope because of the energy change in BlizzCon. Like, everyone seemed really into it. But I'm also hesitant because Shadowlands did come out from these people. So.
No, but that Shadowlands came out from those people under immense pressure.
Yeah.
And a garbage work environment and all kinds of factors that are no longer a thing anymore. You can tell there's been a hell of a shakeup at Blizzard because this is a hell of a shakeup to World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
so,
it looks neat. The hero talents, I know Kiwi doesn't like them. They seem neat. They're passive. I'm okay with that. I don't need more button bloat. I need less buttons. To be honest,
my only hope with them, I don't mind if they're passive, but if they're going to be passive, I would like for them to really lean more into the thematic side of it, where they really change how your abilities look.
I think they're doing that. Like, you saw the Mountain Thane one.
Yeah, but I want them to like go all out with that.
I mean, they probably will. Like my arcane one's gonna be nuts. Sucks that I have to fucking take Lunar Beam, but whatever.
Like, I'm hoping for Warrior. Like, I saw the Stormbolt thing, but I want it to like change I want it to change everything and in like a dramatic fashion.
I mean, the Thunderclap one was also changed. It put lightning pulses everywhere.
Yeah.
So I mean, it seemed neat.
Just stuff along those lines is fine with me.
I just need to know what Druid of the Claw does, because I know that's the Guardian one. So.
Yeet.
And then Spatch is going to come back. Survival's going to come back.
Hey, Survival comes back, guys.
What if they just make a 4th spec for Hunter, and they keep the melee one, and then they revamp Survival?
That's fine. That's all I want is Survival. That's all I need in my life.
Would you come back?
Obviously, in a very casual way.
I mean, in a casual way, but would you come back for that? I think that'd be cool.
I think so. If I definitely didn't have any other games that I wanted to play, by all means.
Cross realm fucking rating now, no matter what.
I mean, yeah, this should have been a long time ago, but yeah.
You don't have to server transfer anymore. You don't need the faction change anymore. All that money that they got from that shit is gone. The only thing you're going to still get is race changing. Because if they design shit, it's always going to be a race change. Because some fights are designed better for other races. That's it.
Yeah. Although, can you be a Worgen Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I think Hunter could be everything. Except, obviously, the Dragon Boys. Dragons can only be evokers.
That would be so weird.
I think they want to change that, though. I think they want to try to make Drakthir more classes.
I think they will. I think they'll probably put shamans on them.
Because there's such a fucking high demand for it, because they're the new fancy race and they look
I
cool on a
hope
lot of gear. So.
they go back to the art and actually put armor onto their dragons instead, because right now it's just shoulders, belt, and helmet.
I like seeing Dragon Dong. That's my goal in life.
It's weird. It's like your transmog is from the barber shop. You just put armor on yourself. It's like, okay.
I mean, you know. No, I think it's neat. I definitely the confidence thing with the whole them announcing 3 expansions is like, you know, that it shows that they have maybe their shit in order. But I just don't want them to, you know, the War Within comes out and it's garbage, and then they revert everything, and it's like, okay, are we going to continue with this saga, or are we going to try and stick it out?
I mean, they say
Because
they
you're
have
talking about
multiple
7
teams
years.
working on the expansions at the same time. So Midnight's already being worked on with War Within.
Well, yeah, I'm sure because if they're going to go back to those 2 places, the iconic places with Sunwell and Northrend, then they're working on those and revamping them from technology and shit. So, but yeah, it's a neat concept. I just hope it carries out and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think, Kiwi, you want to go, or do you care?
No, I don't really care at the end of the day. It's the expansions, them releasing the names don't really do anything for me. It's just sort of like oh hey, this is where we're going. It's like, you know, when you do that, it just means your story is probably already going to be a big pile of dog shit, because you're already spoiling where the story's going to be headed to an extent. Not really, you're still vague, but
Yeah.
I don't really care for the names. It's the last one probably is the best, being called The Last Titan, but at the end of the day, it has to be like a real like change up for it to, you know, have an impact, which it probably won't, because their stories have just been dog water, expansion after expansion after expansion. No one says, "Oh shit, I'm really into this WoW story." They just like, so that happened.
Trope. Well, with the whole saga thing, they can actually focus on a consecutive story, and they would just honestly, if they just say, "Okay, we're forgetting everything that's forgotten or didn't happen before these expansions come out," you know, I'd be okay with that.
That would be the wise thing to do. Well, no, what they're doing,
forget everything, but you know,
what they should do is basically pick up on the story from Legion, because that's when the sword was stabbed into the fucking thing that they seemingly just said, nah, yeah, it's just not there. Hence the whole what sword memes and all that shit. You know, they just forgot about the sword for like literal years, and then they did BFA, sucked. Shadowlands sucked even harder. And I'm hoping that they can just retcon majority of that, except for Anduin's trauma. I don't know how they do it, but I'm sure they can figure out a way. Just delete majority of it, because it doesn't need to be there, because it serves no fucking purpose. And then just continue the story from there, because it would make sense. It would make a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah,
because nobody gives 2 fucking shits about BFA and Shadowlands. That shit was fucking mega ass.
Mega ass.
BFA raids were fun though.
Everything else about BFA was fucking big booty butthole. You won't convince me otherwise.
Some dungeons were good.
Fucking
Motherload, Freehold.
Dumbass fucking Azerite power system. I don't know how they made a worse grind than fucking artifact power. It's insane to me. I thought AP was rough. Fucking Azerite power was infinitely worse. Jesus.
It just felt worse because it was the same thing in concept, but it just felt worse because you had to keep doing the content versus doing one world quest where you're just done.
It was slower, like beyond slow. Even at the start of Legion, it was not that slow.
No.
Like you still had to grind it out, and it sucked, but it was not that bad. The AP grind in BFA. Shit was
I loved Islands, so I was whatever with it.
Ugh.
I could degen Islands all day, every day. That's why I'm excited for Delves. I hope Delves are really fun.
I mean,
I wasn't, but the thing is, I said the same thing about Torghast. Like, oh, I'm super excited about Torghast. It looks cool sandbox you use to test a bunch of shit. And then I literally sucked his soul from my body. I was like, Jesus fuck! They literally
they fucked Torghast. Torghast was cool on the PTR, and then they made it a mandatory required thing, and it made it terrible.
Yeah, so. It was awful. But no, BFA had good dungeons. I don't know. Some dungeons sucked. Like Toldegor was the worst one. I didn't care for Shrine of the Storms. Grading was great.
Regardless, throw BFA and Shadowlands in the trash. Don't care.
Yeah, Corruption was cool once you actually had the gear. But before that, it was really cool progging Mythic N'Zoth with blue World Quest pants. Because they rolled the power I needed. So, thanks, Blizzard. Appreciate it. I was rocking a blue quest item. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Corruption definitely was a cool concept.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
It was fun as fuck when you had it all.
Yeah, if you didn't have it, then it was awful.
But when you didn't have it, that's when you were just like,
I mean, you know, they could have fixed it by putting in a vendor waiting until then all of it was done. You know, I know they hate vendors.
Because even if you had the power, you still needed the bitch to proc. Guess what? If it did it proc, cool, enjoy your rank 1. Did it not proc, enjoy your rank fucking 4,000. Because fucking Twilight, stupid fucking devastation, piece of shit, fucking Twilight power, dude.
Echoing Void and the Star one were insane.
Fucking ridiculous.
The Star one being the worst RNG ever.
It's like, did it proc? Cool, we win. Did it not proc? Your parse blows, asshole. Congratulations.
A TD caused so many problems on Mythic N'Zoth, though.
Anyway,
when tanks started using it, you just one-shot the tentacle that you needed Psychus to eat. It was like, oh no. Fuck.
Bro.
Anyway, we're retconning this. Stop talking about it. It's retconned in my brain.
Last thing. So it finishes up 2030 or whatever, and maybe like WoW 2.0 comes out. Do you think it's a new engine?
Absolutely,
I ask Kiwi this, but because I think it's 7 years, so like the technology should, I think, be there for them to time for them to move on to a different engine and stuff, and maybe catch up.
No, there will absolutely be new engines, not just for WoW, but for any other MMO on the market, because they have to, if they want to keep up. So, because say what you want about the Riot MMO, the boys got money, and their fucking shit is going to look good, and it's probably going to play good. Now, as for all their systems and shit, who knows? But you can't deny the fact that because of all their fucking money that they have, they've got the fucking resources to make a good fucking feeling and good looking MMO.
Yeah, and their story also is crazy. So they're gonna have some good shit.
And that's already like 3 huge factors. That's more than enough to attract a fucking butt ton of people. Because that's what majority of fucking Dumbo brain fucking boomer MMO people care about for whatever reason. So
depends if they've made it for the Chinese or not. That's what will determine that. Because Tencent owns them, so it means they'll get their hands in them pretty deep.
Well, they've got their money. That's all they care about.
True. But yeah, overall it was pretty cool BlizzCon from what I got to watch and whatnot. Any last thoughts?
I'm optimistic about World of Warcraft's future, but we'll see. So I'm optimistic but hesitant at the same time. I'm not going to buy into the hype, but I'm very curious. So we'll see what happens. I hope for the devs' sake and the people who really play this game's sake that it's going in the right direction. And it seems like it is, but who knows?
You should have said for donkey's sake.
I mean,
give me 6 buff back, ass wipes.
Jesus.
Yeah, 6 buff comes back. Survival OG survival comes back. Me and Kiwi will come back and play. He'll raid at mythic level. I won't, but
No, I'm
I'll,
washed up and retired.
Well, I mean, regardless of what WoW does to be cool or change or anything, I'm not touching hardcore rating with a 10-foot pole. So until
back to 10 man.
until they go back down to 10 man, I couldn't care less. I'll heroic raid. I'll do mythic plus. I'll do anything but hardcore rating, basically.
Hey guys, what happened to Seasons of Discovery?
what the freak is that?
It's basically a break
classic
off
WoW.
It's a break off of classic, but with like twists into it. They're
Warlock tanks.
honestly a good way of looking at it is they're kind of Diablo-fying WoW by like tacking in like weirdo systems to make your character do some wild shit. So,
Nice.
but the weird thing, I mean, they say it's going to have different leveling phases. So this first one goes to 25, and you're going to have a Black Fathom Deeps raid at level 25, which is so weird to me. I mean, number one, I hated that fucking dungeon because when I ran it the first time a long time ago, you got lost, and if you fell in the fucking water in the beginning, it was miserable. You wanted to fucking gouge your eyes out with a spoon. And I mean, it sounds wacky and fun, I guess. I'm not gonna participate in it, but you know, it sounds neat. I mean, maybe if they keep going with stuff like that, then that to me sounds like a more appealing thing than classic, like Cataclysm Classic or just playing vanilla or whatever. That sounds like neat because it's taking the old game, throwing some curveballs into it, and you know, just kind of breathing some life into like older content, basically.
True.
So something like that sounds interesting. I mean, I'm not gonna partake unless everybody else partakes, basically. But you know, but it sounds neat.
Yep. Does it sound neat to you, Doki?
I mean, I'm not gonna play it, but yeah, I mean, it's like I just look at it as like a classic season, basically.
Yeah, that's a good way of
put
looking
an
at it.
affix on it and just have this fun. Like you're still gonna have classic. It's not getting rid of classic. It's just a new servers with a new fun thing if people want to fuck around with, and they'll test out and be like, this is cool, this is not cool. I think it's just like Asfon's saying, it's an alpha beta to see what people like, what they don't like. If they want actual changes, if they want to have actual classic plus where you have new content and shit. I personally hope they don't do that because I'm the one that likes doing all that content, but at the same time, I don't play the game, so if they want to do it, go for it, whatever. But how it said to Jordan, like, if they can somehow tie in that content, have the same content come to retail, I'd be 100% cool with that. Like, you build the same thing, but you have different systems built into it. One for retail, one for classic. And when with the HD version, non-HD version, go from there. So, I don't know. I think that's really hard. But
I will say that is kind of like the only problem that I foresee is that if they lean too hard into this, and like Donkey was saying, how they could start doing like actual classic plus, then retail people might feel a little cheated because, I mean, as it stands now, I mean, retail is just going to get the same shit besides like, you know, some new shit here and there with like delves, and like, you know, raids will get a little funky and maybe some new shit in dungeons here and there, but for the most part, retail's not really going to like be shaken up that dramatically. Like classic plus is like a pretty significant shake up to classic. So they need to do, if they're going to do that, then I agree with Donkey that there needs to be something of that nature put into classic, whether it's a permanent thing or something alongside the seasonal thing that they have going, you know, maybe something to shake up the mythic plus bit even more, or even the raids even more, which personally, that's what I would prefer. I would like raids to be shaken up a bit more. But I don't know. That's a down the line thing. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, season discovery devs, put some retail mounts in there. Thanks. I like to see the world burn.
Oh god.
He's got to go all the way back to classic. You got to do those
Has to do
discovery
it for
ones.
Wrath.
And he's gonna do BC. He's gonna do Wrath.
I swear to God, if you make me level, I'm gonna
Kata.
Well, if
I already
they-
do classic
Okay, well
leveling.
here's the thing though. If you have to level in the season of mastery thing, it wouldn't be that bad. Because right now it's only going to cap at 25, which you could hit 25 in like a day. Wouldn't even take you that long.
That's fair.
And then you would
I
just have
did
to.
classic leveling, but Jesus Christ, like, please no.
You could like follow a guide and have that shit done like that. Be fucking easy peasy. Especially with the affix things that they're gonna have on there, be even easier. So
Hear me out. And this is like mind blowing. Like when I say this, your mind is gonna explode.
What? What are you gonna say to me? You gonna say don't play it?
No, hold on. You don't have to collect the mounts.
KYS.
In game.
KYS.
Oh man.
Game.
You know it's gonna be great when they're like, "Hey, we're gonna tie in Call of Duty with WoW,
Mounts.
make a mount in there," and Doggy's gonna be like,
120 gigs. Let's go.
It's more
Let's
than
go.
that. It's more than that, isn't it? Like 270 gigs or some like.
I'm gonna vomit.
some,
All right, I'm gonna
like,
I'm gonna vomit.
"That's the whole."
I'm gonna mail it to you guys. I'm gonna vomit and mail it to you
What
guys.
did I do?
You did everything.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Going and playing Warzone and riding in on like a Nether Drake would be sweet. You know, just
I'm gonna vomit.
become Battlefield or something. But yeah, we're gonna end it there. Before
BlizzCon was good. I'm
It
hoping
was.
that things will continue to be good in the future. The devs seem happier. I hope that they continue to stay happy. That's really all there is to it.
Microsoft takeover. Y'all got this. Just let Todd Howard be on his own, and then y'all focus on.
Put
Make
Todd
it-
on the Blizzard team.
Yes,
Yeah, don't
I think
do
we
that.
should
I'm just
swap Todd Howard for Ian, and then
kidding. No, don't
see
do
who
that.
makes a better.
No.
Don't do that. as bad as Ian is at fucking World of Warcraft, he's actually a pretty solid designer. So just don't do that.
You're gonna get 1,000 worlds to explore in World of Warcraft. Now they're just gonna be nothing on. Well, you know we got socials. Go get that shit. Yeah, whatever. We're gonna end it there. Maybe we'll get this right since everyone's so
Stop
happy
wasting your
tonight.
time.
Don't believe me if you do.
What?
What?
Yeah, this is why I hope mounts are put into Call of Duty, and it's
I hope
just
you
like,
never get 6-buff.
That's fine.
Wow.
I never will. Like I'm accepting that, but the mounts in Call of Duty is probably gonna happen. So
I'm down.
Fucking man
And-
just made the spin-off podcast.
Oh my god! And
Don't believe me
remember,
if you do.
yep, there we go.